Do you think the combat in Minecraft is quite boring? Then I got a mod for you. Okay guys, and welcome to today's showcase. Spellbound Weapons is a data pack packed as a mod, so you can play it on Fabric and Forge. But yeah, it adds awesome weapons to just spice up the combat in Minecraft. So without further ado, let's get started. Within this mod, one can add various vanilla enchants on the weapons to achieve different stats. I won't go over all of them each time, as it would be too tedious. You can always look at the wiki to see what the enchants will do on your weapons. Repairing. Most of the weapons can be repaired with specific items. I will display that specific item on top of the screen. Dagger. Found in dungeons or dropped by normal zombies, the dagger is a fast swinging weapon. Upon attacking, the player will be inflicted with speed. This can be increased with the fortune enchant. Drop it in a cauldron with a gold ingot or a diamond to change its texture. Mega Hammer. Swinging slowly but deals out high knockback, the Mega Hammer has even a chance to bury mobs for a few seconds. This is triggered by critically hitting mobs on a full swing. The weapon can be found in blacksmith, armorsmith chests or in dungeons. With Silk Touch it will expand the area. Windsweeper. This windy weapon called Windsweeper has two abilities. Firstly, one can sneak to release a gush of wind from a distance to slow down enemies for 2 seconds. When facing down and sneaking, the player will start to levitate with the wind. Both abilities will use up the durability of this sword. One can only obtain it by crafting it. Drop 1 diamond sword, 1 emerald block, 64 sand and 64 feathers on a crafting table to acquire it. Blowgun. This ranged weapon will shoot arrows very quickly but has low durability. Unlike bows, when an arrow shot from a blowgun hits a mob, 90% of the time it'll drop the arrow back as an item. This is also obtained by crafting it with 1 bamboo, 1 cobblestone and 1 bone. If flame is applied on this weapon, the arrows will explode with a firework. Bone Wand. Using bone blocks, this support item can help you fend off hordes or escape dangerous situations. While holding sneak, stand still and use the weapon, this will place down a wall of 6 blocks. One can also remove 1 block by triple sneak clicking. Found within dungeons or when a skeleton is killed by a charged creeper, Luck of the Sea can be used to increase the block bone time. Cursed Sea Blade. This chaotic sword will turn all enemies you kill into pufferfish, which will launch into nearby mobs. The Cursed Sea Blade has infinite durability and is dropped by an Elder Guardian. Blaze Blade. Upon hitting an enemy, your sword will charge up. When holding sneak afterwards, one will release an explosion. This weapon has a chance to spawn in fortresses, but can also be dropped by blazes. Wither Blade. Spawning in nether fortresses or dropped by wither skeletons, the Wither Blade will wither away enemies. As one deals out more damage over time, the player will collect souls that can be used to heal health. This is activated with a sneak click in exchange of 250 soul energy. Evoker's Wrath. Allowing one to summon Evoker's Fangs around them or within a line, the Evoker's Fang has a chance to drop from Evokers or can be found in chests within the Woodland Mansion. By performing a critical hit on a mob, the Evoker's Fang will surround them. With a sneak click, a line of fangs can be summoned. Fire Staff. Another support item is the Fire Staff, summoning fireballs that end up in an explosion. These are shot straight but short-ranged. Drafted with an empty staff and a fire charge. First item is found in Bastion Remnant chests. It can be crafted into 2 other wands, so let's look at them. Ice Wand. This wand can summon an ice block that will crash into entities, freezing them in place, while also damaging them a bit. It is crafted by combining an empty staff and packed ice. Electric Staff. The last of the 3 craftable wands is the Electric Staff. By combining glowstone block with the empty staff, you get a weapon that can summon a line of almost instant electricity, being able to go through multiple enemies, inflicting them with the glow effect. Magnus Charger. This powerful bow possesses the power of fire. Its arrows will bounce off or glide on lava. The impact of its projectiles will be stronger the longer you charge the bow. In total, there are 2 charge states. The first takes around 2 seconds and the arrow will be a bit heavier than normal vanilla ones. The second state takes almost 5 seconds, which turns the arrow into its superheated version. It is much heavier than the vanilla ones, and when it lands, it will ignite, exploding with high damage. Another ability can be triggered with the superheated arrow if you aim it at your feet. This will catapult you into the air. This is again a weapon you craft by combining a bow, a netherite ingot, and a fire charge. Warped crossbow. In exchange of less damage, this crossbow will have 0 gravity and a faster speed. It is acquired by battering with piglins or found within the Bastion remnant. Chain firing crossbow. This crossbow will chain fire multiple arrows, only consuming half of the arrows used. Chain fired arrows cannot be picked up after they've landed, however the first one you shot can be picked up. This doesn't work with fireworks. This weapon is found in pillager outposts or when a pillager has this weapon equipped. Thorn Blossom. Allowing to quickly move around with a grapple-like vine, this sword will release a bunch of thorns after landing. If you grapple but hit a block or mob on the way grappling, you will take damage. Another ability is activated by facing straight down and sneak to release thorns without grappling. It is crafted by combining 1 iron sword, 1 spore blossom, 64 copper ingots and 64 wheat. Golden Sea Blade. By combining 1 golden sword and 1 heart of the sea, you acquire a fast swinging sword infused with the power of water. Sneak to release a wave of water, pushing away any mobs. Sneak while in water to perform a dash. This also grants you a bit of water breathing. Face down and sneak while on land to release a gush of water below you. Time it with jumping to access higher blocks. Moonlight Edge. Another sword you can craft by combining a diamond sword, an amethyst shard, a golden apple and 1 ender pearl. By attacking mobs, the sword will release a small, low damage light beam. After it finished charging, sneak to release a heavy light beam that deals out more damage and is faster. And light bow. Arrows can only be shot after pulling the bow for at least 1 second. After its projectile lands, the arrow will burst in light. This weapon can be found within end cities. And Excalibur. Summoning an area of end particles when attacking, the end Excalibur can only be found in end cities. Crucible! Attack mobs with this sword to collect energy. Over time you will passively lose 4 energy per second, and attacking with a different weapon will drain all your energy. Energy caps at 540 energy. However, you can switch for a 5-second period, maintaining your energy. When at 500 energy, sneak to release a shockwave passing through multiple mobs and walls. This is crafted by combining a broken crucible, a redstone block, a wither skeleton skull, and a netherite ingot. The needed item, broken crucible, can be found in Bastion remnant chests. You can drop the crucible in a cauldron with any dye to change its textures and particles. Burn weapons. Lastly, there are 5 weapons that can be burned with netherite. Windsweeper, Witherblade, Moonlight Edge, and Excalibur and Crucible. To burn your weapon, merge it with a netherite ingot. This will disable their functionality and give them a new texture. Currently this feature isn't fully implemented, as this will increase their durability drastically. At some point the player will burn weapons to not worry about mending or unbreaking. That was today's video. If you ended up liking it, then maybe leave a like or even consider to subscribe. And we will see us in the next video. Stay safe in game. Ciao.